I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 66 of Raise the Halt. Now, last episode, if you remember, we had a bit of a disappointing loss in the league to Arsenal, then got our Champions League campaign underway with a good home win against Ajax 2-0. And since then, you can see we've played 3 games and we have had 3 wins. First up, we hosted Spurs. You can see Jordan Cameron with another goal and Luis Felipe. We missed so many chances in this game, including a penalty, but it was a well-deserved win, so that was really good because we have in the past struggled a little bit against Spurs. Then we had Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, and what a game this was by the kids. You can see we had Ollie Day in goal making his debut, Lee Cadden, Alex, our left back, Dixon and Joyce in midfield, Karen Mosley, the boob, Z-Law, and what a goal from Z-Law in this game. It's going to be in Goals of the Month at the end of the episode. Stick around to see it. It is an absolute worldie. It's going to be our goal of the season. I'm going to call it now. It was that good. I've probably oversold it now. You'll be disappointed. But it was a really, really good goal. You can see the boob with the other two and Dixon, as I said, with the goals. Then we hosted Everton in the league. We were absolutely dominant in this first half. You can see Roberts and Wilson put us 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. We made really hard work of it in the second half, which is a little bit disappointing, but we came away with the win, which is obviously the main thing. And if we look at the league table, you can see we're sitting up there in 5th, 4 points off Arsenal, who are top, but obviously Wolves and Huddersfield, you'd expect them to drop off. So we're equal with Man City, who is a team you'd expect to be up there, and we're ahead of the likes of Man United and Chelsea. So things aren't looking too bad for us in the league. So today what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Hertha Berlin in the Champions League, and then we're going to go to Liverpool in the actual Premier League itself. So this is the team we're going with for Hertha. You can see Golini in goal. Van Drongelen, Mings is coming in for Magnelli. You remember he got sent off against Ajax, so he's suspended. Mings has similar pace, really good pace. So if we play him in the cover role, it should enable us to continue to play the high line. And then Kone, Davies and Stemenkovic. Lima and Ali is coming in for Luis Felipe for this game. And then Roberts, Cameron and Wilson as the top 3. Okay, so we can see Hertha Berlin lining up as we expected. Matthew Leckie is still there, another Australian international. Now, they lost their opening game 4-0 against Milan, so this should be a game that we can win. Obviously, they're here for a reason. There's not going to be an easy game. Rebrov says we should pick up where we left off. I'm not convinced we shouldn't say, let's do it for the fans. We'll go with Rebrov, hesitantly. That seemed to have worked, though. Good work, Sergey. And then we will do the old calm, we have faith. We'll skip midfield since we're already all motivated. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's hope for some goals here because we saw what Milan did to them. I'd like to think we could do something similar. I should say, too, that our under-19s, of course, in the Youth Champions League, they had a win. I think it was 2-0 against Hertha, so that's good for them. They're top of their group right now with 6 points from 2 games, so that's looking good for the kids to progress. We did have Joyce, Dixon and Z-Law playing in that game as well, so that's a little bit of first-team experience. That doesn't look good, does it? That's terrible. Okay, let's give them a concentrate or an encourage, a push forward. Let's be aggressive. There was just bad defending, wasn't it? We just never really got that ball clear. We had a chance. We won a couple of tackles that just, there we go, and that one didn't get clear, and I think we had another chance here, didn't we? We just didn't get it clear ever. That's okay. It's early days. There's still 88 minutes to go plus stoppages, so we have plenty of time to get back from that. You'll notice that we've pretty much lost Gonzalez from the first team squad. The reason being he just hasn't been performing. So we have so many striking. Here we go. No, not quite there for us. So many striking options now that we don't really have to put up with. Patrick Roberts. We don't really have to sort of put up with someone who's not performing. We can drop them. And Jordan Cameron has come in after a bit of a slow start. We saw in that first episode against Chelsea Man United that he's really started to knock some goals in for us now, which is good. Oh, that's woeful defending from the set piece. I just gave them an encourage. I think that maybe should have been a concentrate the way we're going here. Another highlight for them. We just don't seem to be able to get possession of the ball, do we? There we go. It's a good block from Dele Alli. Go on, Dele. Ball up for Cameron. Can he find man through the middle here? We've got men pouring in. Wilson, he's through on goal. He's got a man in the middle. Go on, Wilson. Go on, Wilson. Go! Well, that's a little bit better, isn't it? You can see they were open for the counter-attack as soon as Delhi won that ball. Over the top for Wilson. He's not always the best one-on-one, but just nicks it in through the keeper's legs, and there we go. He's courtoised him, hasn't he, through the legs. The Villa Messi in James Wilson. All right, here's another chance. Stemenkovic knocks it up. No, head's clear. Can we get the second ball? We cannot. Can we win it back? Go on, Stemenkovic. You can, Wilson. Wilson turns again, twists and turns. Stemenkovic to Lima. There's a little bit of space out here. We found it for Patrick Roberts. Can he get a ball back across the box? He can. Jordan Cameron. It's still there for us. Tries again. It's back to Ali and it's cleared. Can we keep this? We can. Go on, Van Drong. Infield for Mings. Mings spreads the play nicely to Stemenkovic. Can he find a cross into the box? We've got 3 men waiting. Jordan Cameron. It's still not going to land for us. Conrad Lima. That's a nice ball for Ben Davies. Oh, I thought that was in. It probably should have been a goal, shouldn't it, really? You can't really criticise the left-back too much for missing. Mings heads that clear. Can we fit the clearance? We can. Looks like it could be their highlight, though. It's a bit of a wonder shot from that far out. Is that Solomon Kalou? He must be walking around on a walker right now. All right, another highlight. It's been an entertaining game, hasn't it? Not as many Villa highlights as I would like, but we certainly can't complain that we haven't had any highlights. It's into Dele Alli. It's a nice ball in for Jordan Cameron. He must have been offside there, surely. Can Mings win that? He can. Oh, it's Kone. Even better. Dele Alli. He uses Stemenkovic. Can he get a ball in? He can. It's Wilson! It's a goal kick. It's not the man we necessarily wanted it falling to in the box there. That was a Jordan Cameron. But Ajax is beating Milan 2-0. So, given that we have already beaten Ajax, that is not a... Oh, that's a red card again. What is it in the Champions League and us getting red cards? That was a horror tackle again. Well, we only really have Luis Felipe for Patrick Roberts. That's really the only change we can make. We'll play him as an advanced playmaker and support, I guess. Well, what was that tackle, though? Again, if you missed last episode, the reason that we're not taking a striker off is because our strikers mark the fullbacks getting forward, whereas the attacking playmaker in there doesn't really have a defensive role to play in the team, so that's why we're sacrificing him. I don't understand that tackle, though. There was just nothing on, and we're not telling him to get stuck in. It's not like he's following team orders there. It's just, for the second game in a row, just an absolute brain fart. Okay. And unlike the Ajax game when we were 1-0 up and down to 10, we don't have the lead here. I'm just stunned. I can't believe what I just saw. We've had 9 shots, but only 1 on target, so that tells you the finishing isn't great either. We're either rushing the shots, we're not waiting for the chance, or we can't finish them. That would be a decent result for us, though, if Ajax can hold on to that. So we just tell him we're not happy. Conrad Lima, I just want to punch him in the face, honestly, but violence is not the way, so we'll just assertively tell him you're an idiot. All right, let's see what this second half holds. We're going to keep the high line because we do have, as I said before, we have pace in our defense now, so a high line is what we want to do. We're going to try and control the game, try and make sure that we're dominating possession. Again, if we're a man down, that's our best chance, I think. That was Felipe out to Ben Davies. Can he find a cross in the box? Jordan Cameron, go on, son. Oh, we've got to be scoring these chances. All right, let's give it a concentrate. In terms of subs, I mean, we have a striking changes we can make. I don't really know what else. We have sort of defensive changes that we can make, like for like to the fullback. It's a decent ball in. William wasn't got goal! There we go, that's a little bit better. We kept the ball nicely. Ben Davies has knocked in an absolute peach of a cross, and Wilson, making his little darting run in at the near post, has tapped it home. That's more like it. Now we have a lead. I still want to try and just control possession. I'm wondering if we try going back to one up top now and controlling midfield a little bit more. Ooh, it's red card, ref. I do like having the two strikers marking the wing backs, so I feel like it sort of protects us a little bit in wide areas, especially given that they are playing with attacking wingers as well. It means our fullback can kind of mark them, and they've got him behind us. Can we clear it? Can we clear it? Can we save it? Oh, lucky. It means we can get overrun in midfield. I wonder if we should be playing a little bit narrower, actually, to try and counteract that. We'll just play a little bit narrower. We should probably try and lower the tempo and just maintain possession as well. Yeah. Stay on feet, more discipline, stick to positions. It's still 20 minutes to go, so it's not time to quite start winding down the clock just yet. Felipe out to Wilson. Can we just keep possession here? We just want to try and just take the sting out of the game if we can. Felipe into Dele Alli. He does keep the ball. I thought he was going to lose it. There's another nice ball out for Ben Davies. Can he knock in another cross? He's down to the byline. He does knock it in. Cameron! Goal! Ben Davies again, he's having an absolute screamer out on the left wing, knocks in another wonderful cross, and Jordan Cameron, he's there, Aussie, powers the header in. It's real into the side netting too, did not give the keeper a chance there. It's a really good finish. All right, so this is looking a little bit better now. Do we make some changes here? Let's have a think. I wonder if it is... We do have a game against Liverpool coming up shortly, so I wonder if it's a time to take maybe Cameron off for Callum Mosley. He's not woeful in the air, and we can maybe look at this point to try and hit them on the counter-attack a little bit more. We might do that. We'll play him as... We can't really play two poachers, can we? I wonder if we play him as a defensive forward, have him run around, try and close them down. No, because we want him to mark the fullbacks, don't we? So let's just go and advance forward. And we might just... We'll just sit our fullbacks, our wingbacks, I should say, because we don't need them bombing forward anymore. We have a 2-goal lead. And then if we get the chance, Ben Davies is looking tired, we might have a time-wasting sub of Ben Davies off, and we'll put Alex on. But this, what a second half performance this has been. Down to 10 men. We are going to be missing Lima, of course, now for the AC Milan game, which is really annoying. And we'll just make a time-wasting sub here. Bring Alex on for Ben Davies. Everybody applaud Ben Davies off. What a performance that has been from him. Alex is, of course, he's a left back, Brazilian left back. We bought a few seasons ago when he was really young, and he's just getting to the point now where he's first team quality. And then when we have Josh Crampton come back from loan, we may even look at that point to move Ben Davies on, because he's starting to get into his high 20s now. Then we can have Alex and Josh Crampton as our two left backs battling it out for a spot in the team. What's Mings doing that far forward as a centre back? Decent ball in though, and there it is. That should be it. Anytime now, ref. Blow it up when you're ready. Any second. The game's done, ref. We can finish it now. There it is. Well, that was a wonderful second half. Down to 10 men for so long in that game too. Lima, I think, has let us down, but well done, lads. That is a really good win for us. Okay, there it is. So Ajax did hang on against AC Milan as well. That does wonders for us, surely. Let's have a look at our group. You can see we're 3 points clear now with double-header against AC Milan. I think it still works out as a double-header, doesn't it? So AC Milan. So that's going to be absolutely telling. If we can get 4 points from that, then we're almost through. 10 points generally get you through a group, doesn't it? So things are looking good on that front. So stay there and we'll be back momentarily for Liverpool away in the league. Okay, welcome back. You can see here we're in excellent form, but Liverpool are the favourites. So that's interesting. See how this plays out. More or less the same team, just the one change. Magnanelli comes back in for Ming, so it's Golini in goal, Vendrongolo and Magnanelli, Kone, Davies and Stemenkovic up top, Ali Lima in midfield, Roberts, Cameron and Wilson. Let's go tentative Holy Trinity 2.0, but let's not get carried away just yet. There is an international break after this too, so I'm not too worried about tied legs. All right, so we can see Liverpool still Mane, Firmino and Coutinho up top, still got some of the boys in there, don't they? So they're not going to be an easy team, even though haven't been a good team in the league for a little while now. It says pick up where you left off. That didn't really work for us last time. Maybe if we do it passionately. No, I do it for the fans, and then we'll do the old calm. We have faith. All right, let's go. Come on, boys. As I said, it's a difficult one, Liverpool, because they haven't been they've been a mid-table team in the Premier League the last few seasons in the game. So it's a difficult one to set up for because it's Liverpool. They're not a mid-table team that instinctively that you think of, but it's difficult to not treat them that. You should be treating them that way, but it's difficult to because it's Liverpool. If that have made any sense at all. So let's give them a concentrate here. Even start to the game. Bit of a snooze fest. Very light on highlights, I think we could say. Coutinho's in the book. Says we're struggling to maintain possession, but again, we're not too concerned because that's not necessarily the way that we are playing. All right, let's see if we can defend this set piece and counter-attack on a goal. There we go. Paddy Roberts. He's got Wilson up top. He's lumped it forward. He's nowhere near his teammate though, which is a little bit annoying. What's going to happen here? Can we get a tackle in? It's looking as though Liverpool's building, doesn't it? Can we get a tackle in on Mane? It's gone backwards again. There we go. We've pushed up too far there and left Mane a little bit of space. No one is marking their fullback there. Vendrongolo gets a foot in to clear it. Can we get another head in? We can. We're not getting the ball here, are we? And that tends to not end well. What is Golini doing? What is he doing? Golini, he is rated quite a good goalkeeper, but how many times have we seen him just make stupid goalkeeping errors like that? Our backup Pereira has broken his arm, so he's out for a few weeks here, so we can't really drop Golini, but you've got to be doing better than that. That is woeful. Absolutely woeful. Okay, so we're looking frustrated. We've told them that we expect more, and I don't think that's an unnecessarily harsh thing to say. Can we get a foot in here? Anybody? I mean, we're not marking the strikers are not marking their men at all. What is going on? This is absolutely woeful. We'll tell them to get stuck in because staying on feet is just not. It's not working for us, is it? We've been disgusting, absolutely woeful. And I don't understand their wingbacks and just not getting picked up. And there's specific instructions that the strikers should be picking up their fullbacks. We'll try encouraging because I don't see screaming at them is doing any good at this point. We just need to try and get in at no worse than 2-0. And then we can scream at them. Dele Alli again is not having a good game against a team that is a sort of a better team. He's very hot and cold. I haven't quite figured out exactly why. I mean, it must be something to do with team talks, but he seems to, he didn't react poorly to it. The ball over the top for Davies. Can he pull across back? He can. Cameron! Goal! Ben Davies, once again, what a couple of games he's having. What an episode. But Dele Alli, he has picked out a nice pass there. We've just criticised him. He's knocked in a beautiful pass, good first-time cross. And Jordan Cameron, what a beast he is proving to be. I did kind of sign him as my token Australian in the team, but he's actually proving to be quite the asset. So that should be half-time. We've rescued ourselves somewhat to come in at 2-1. But we are still absolutely woeful. Do we go assertive? I think we might, because we don't want that late goal to sort of sugarcoat anything. We have not been good. Just tell Roberts that he needs to improve as well. We've got nothing from that of a response from that. We'll send them back out, and we can discuss substitutions as this half gets underway. So we have Luis Felipe on the bench. We had to play him, obviously, in the Champions League because Lima got himself sent off, and he is in need of a rest, and I don't want to risk him getting injured, but we do have him on the bench if we need him. Let's not go and concede this early on in the second half. Come on. Get a foot in. They've gone back out. Can we get ahead on that? We can. Can we win the second ball? We can. What a tackle that is. Was it Magnanelli, I think it was. What a great tackle. We're on the counter-attack now. Wilson is in. Wonderful ball from Patrick Roberts. Wilson, he's wide. He's got men in the box, so square it. Square it. He goes himself. What a waste. What a waste. I mean, it was a save, so it wasn't a complete waste, but we had two men at the back post waiting for a tap-in. All right, let's give them an encouragement where we can here. Or maybe we just calm down is perhaps what we need to do. Wait for this highlight to finish. I don't think I've given them a shout yet this half. It's unusual. It's 10 minutes in and we can't do that. Get a tackle we can. Well defended, Kone. Early ball, but it's just going to come straight back at us. I'm wondering if I should tell him to clear it to the flanks, but can we get that clear? We can. We're tripping over ourselves. It's a terrible clearance from Golini's having an absolute mare, isn't he? He's just not playing well. That's a better clearance. Cameron, can he knock it down? He can. Wilson's onto that. We've got Ben Davies getting forward. We're going to have Cameron in the box. Can he find him? He can. Jordan Cameron! Just didn't hit the power behind it. We need to give them there we go. Finally, give them an encourage. Ben Davies is playing. Dele Alli's not playing well, so let's get him off. As I said, we have Luis Felipe. We don't have to be stuffing around waiting for players who are just not playing well to decide they'd like to show up. Let's play him attacking. Let's go for it. And we just need to tell him to dribble less because, God love him, Luis Felipe is not a dribbler. And let's see what comes of this. Hopefully, we'll be able to control the ball a little bit better because he is really, really good on the ball in terms of passing, as I said, not a dribbler. Wilson's not having his best game either. We have the Boob and Callum Mosley. As promising as Callum is, I think the Boob is maybe a better goal threat at this point. Let's demand more here. Patrick Roberts isn't playing well either. All right, let's make a double change. Let's try the Boob in there. Callum Mosley for Wilson. I mean, it says that he's not necessarily good for that, but I think he has the attributes to play it, and then we can put him as a playmaker. And yeah, I think this could work. I'm hopeful it'll work anyway. The Boob is really good dribbler. He does have creative passing, so I think it could. Oh, saved there. Roberts down to Cameron. Go on, Cameron. Can he find Wilson? No, just not happening, is it? We need to play with more width, I think, as well. Let's see if that makes any difference. All right, Stemenkovic with the throw. Lima's there. Can he find a flick? Oh, no, it's back to Stamkos. He's got a man. Look how much space he's in. Luis Felipe. Oh, it's a tap in. He's got to be offside, though. That's disappointing. We'll go attacking as well. We do need to find a goal here, obviously. Maybe should have gone attacking a little bit sooner. A goal here kills us off, doesn't it? Alexis is on. He's got to be ancient by now. It's a decent ball. Oh, how's he missed? Let's calm down. I think that is perhaps, with a lot of frustrated players out there, I think just to calm down is maybe the way to go. We've had more than enough chances to score goals here. We'll give them a push forward when the opportunity arises. Ben Davies, he's there. No, it's not really anybody up there. You'd say, maybe the strikers, but they're marking wing-backs, so I'm not necessarily expecting them to be there. Go on, Boob. Oh, that was a risky pass. Alexis is there again. We can win that back. Golini clears it upfield to no one, though. Golini's his distribution is not poor, and he's just not playing well. We might have to have a word. Mostly back to Felipe, to the Boob. Boob up to Cameron, he's onto it. He is. Can we get a return ball out wide? Stemenkovic, can he find a ball into the box? Come on, son. It's there for Jordan Cameron. Oh, he's off the crossbar. What a comeback from 2 goals down. Cameron out to Stemenkovic. I thought we were going to be absolutely robbed by the crossbar. Cameron off the crossbar. Ben Davies is there. Could not really miss, though he did come very close to that near post. What a performance this has been. What a comeback this has been. Excellent, excellent stuff. And of course, some more goals. Do stick around for goals of the month because there are some pearls in there. And as I said, look out for that goal from Zila, one of our young academy players. It was a worldie. But we can be quite happy to come back 2-2. Look at that, late in each half. We've played to the whistle each half, and it's actually quite satisfying, that, isn't it? You've done brilliantly to salvage a draw. They did not give up. They kept going. That's really satisfying. And, of course, the good thing about that is that we took Dele Alli, Patrick Robertson, Wilson off, and we still managed to pull out a result without, what we would consider our big players. So if we look at the league table, we've gone up. We're in 13 points. It was the early kickoff, so there's still teams to play around us, but that's okay, I think. We've done well to get a draw out of that one. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. We'll come back next time. I'm tempted to come back for the Carabao Cup with the kids. I think if we get past Bournemouth, they're a championship club. I think if we get past them, we might start showing the Carabao Cup games. But I really want to make sure we see AC Milan. So I'm thinking we'll come back for Wolves, who are second in the league currently, and AC Milan next episode. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, you know the drill. Thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. And here are our goals of the month for September. Take care.